this one is a special one as we're going to discuss a topic I hold very dear to my heart, and I am really overjoyed that the person joining me today will be one of my former students. Please go ahead and introduce yourself to the viewers.
Hello, Marco. It's my pleasure to be here. Hello, everyone. I am Tommaso, or Tommy for friends, and I am 42. I'm an Italian. I live in a small region in the center of Italy on the Adriatic Sea coast, precisely Marche, and my city is a small town, 40,000 inhabitants. The name is Chiaravalle.
Well, small for
Um,
Italian standards. For someone
yes.
from Serbia, that would be a mid-sized town, to say the least.
Yes, yes, yes. It's not a big one in comparison with the Italian average.
Hmm.
Yeah, I work in logistic
Hmm. In
here in the
logistics, you can say in logistics.
logistics. Yes. I prepare documents for overload transportations. This
Hmm.
is what I do every day. And yes, my hobbies are many, including football, especially the fun scene.
Hmm.
Um, I learn languages, English and German. English since 2014 and German since 2021, with good results, I would say, being C1 certified in English and I would say beginning of B2 in German.
In German,
Yeah.
congratulations. You are definitely making the right steps in terms of language learning. We already have some message. Hi, Marco. Hi, Tommy. They're already calling you by your nickname. Perfect.
Okay,
You're
great.
gonna be loved by my fans. Anything
Great.
else you want to share with us?
No, okay. I like to travel.
Mm-hmm.
I like to travel and not common places, like the ones that are a little bit off the radar.
Mm-hmm. Under the
Middle
radar,
East,
right?
under the radar, yes. Under the radar means
Mm-hmm.
quite common,
No,
or
under
the
the radar
contrary.
means something that is not well known, something
Perfect.
that
Yes. Yes.
goes
Yes. Yes. Yes, yes.
unspotted.
Places like Middle East, as you know, Afghanistan, Syria, Lebanon,
It's a
Iraq.
topic for another time. Don't tell them that. They're gonna
No, no,
ask
no. It's
questions
gonna be
immediately.
yeah.
I think they're gonna prefer that over the fan scene.
But no, no, no. Just be patient, and you will see that in another episode. So
Exactly. People are saying, "Hello, guys, welcome, Rosa," and somebody says, "Kurva sud." All right, it's getting heated already.
great. So yes, I like football. I like watching football, and I combine also learning languages with football. For example, right now, as you know,
Which is what we are
I
doing right now.
yeah. I like to watch matches in original language,
Hmm.
either English ones or German ones. German is a little bit complicated to understand everything, but I am on the
Absolutely.
right path. So.
I have some students now who are also learning German, and they say it's really hard because both of them are Germanic languages, and oftentimes some words overlap or they could be false friends, which simply confuses them in their
Mhm.
process of learning. So I would say that it might not be the best combination of languages, English and German, as due to their similarity, they could often mix up in your mind. Have you ever
Mhm.
experienced that?
Well, yes, that was a problem I had uh, maybe in the first two levels
Mm-hmm.
when everything is new, everything was really um, complicated that I had to go ahead as German for me is essential because of many interests
Yes.
that you know. So there are a lot
That
of
the viewers are
difficulties.
going to learn very soon.
Yeah. Declinations, combinations, prep, verb, and casus,
Mm,
accusative, dative.
cases
Something.
are
Yeah,
deadly.
yeah. Articles
Absolutely.
as well. You know, English is easy. Dan. In Germany, it's totally
Right.
different.
You have gendered articles, a whole lot of mess. Okay, I'm glad we're not going to be discussing that today. Amsterdam, welcome on stream. Are you an Ajax fan, Amsterdam? Or do you perhaps support another club? With that being said, Tommy, let's proceed to the first activity today. We have a
Okay.
picture of some ultras, of some football fans. Could you
Mhm.
describe it in more detail?
Yes, why not? First of all,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to guess precisely
Which
who they
team?
are.
Really?
I think they come from the Netherlands and they are Eredivisie supporter.
Wow. I
I think
actually
so.
do not know. I actually do
I
not
think
know.
so.
Guys, if anybody knows, please confirm in chat.
Uh,
You caught me
they,
off guard.
well, this was just I just suppose. I'm not sure, but maybe
I think the club you're referring to has these colors. So
okay.
it
So
makes
I might be
sense.
right.
You could be right. You could be right. We'll confirm after stream, if not earlier, if nobody confirms for us in the chat. Okay, so a team from the Netherlands, and what are they doing in this picture?
Okay, they are chanting, surely. They are clapping their hands. They
Mm-hmm.
are chanting uh, together
Mm-hmm.
as the ultra scene requires. There is the head of the group
Mm-hmm.
in front of them who is saying something, and
Mm-hmm.
the rule is that they have to repeat and also clapping the hands
Mm-hmm.
at the same time because the
Exactly.
songs are very well structured. They are holding a banner. I think
They
is the
are
banner of the group.
holding the banner.
Holding, sorry, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
sorry. Holding the banner. I
Mm-hmm.
think is the name of the team, and I don't know if it represents also the name of the group, but
Mm-hmm. Or the
uh,
city, perhaps.
the city and what they have in their hands is the most precious item of a group of an ultras group.
Exactly. So if
It's
you're not
forbidden to lose it.
familiar, yes, if you lose this, the rules state your group has to disband. The group has to
Yes,
end their activities.
yes, yes, yes. Um,
What is in front of the banner?
in front of the banner, it's well a group of people. I don't know what they are.
What could they be
Do,
holding?
maybe okay, maybe drums,
Exactly.
percussions, and
Mm-hmm.
also oh my God, the I don't recall the name. The bigger microphone,
Mm-hmm. The
uh,
megaphone.
the
Megaphone.
megaphone. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm. The
yeah,
megaphone. I actually don't see the megaphone, but likely it is somewhere in there.
yeah.
When you have a larger group of fans, a megaphone is required. Do you love the sound of drums when it comes to the stands?
Well, to answer this question, I have to reveal the team I support because
Okay. Well, then
it explains
wait
the
a
rest.
bit. It's a
Okay,
question for
that's why I
later.
told you. That's
Okay.
why I told you.
Okay. We're gonna save it for later. Don't
By the
reveal it.
way, I'm not a fan of artificial support items.
Mm-hmm.
So I prefer to keep it natural.
Understood.
I've said a lot.
You've said a lot. Absolutely, you did. Well, depending on how familiar people are with the scene, we could talk about two different styles of support. You could tell them about that. What are the
Mhm.
two main branches?
Uh, at least where I
Mm-hmm.
live,
Mm-hmm.
uh, there is the one
Mm-hmm.
with drums, percussions,
Mm-hmm.
and close to maybe South America.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
That kind of style.
based on the voice and support with.
Yes, there is always
Mm-hmm.
this drums, which is always part of the
Mm-hmm.
songs, is always there. And sometimes, in my opinion, it's a little bit too much to
Mm-hmm.
use these things, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion. At the same time, I have to say that ultras groups that who use
Mm-hmm.
drums. have two different, at least two different way of supporting.
Mm-hmm.
Songs that are sung very slowly, and
Mm-hmm.
another way, for example, in Italy we have Sampdoria, I really like them.
Mm-hmm.
They have drums, but the way they sing is faster. It's
Mm-hmm. It's
always
more
like
intense.
yes, 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 yes.
Precisely.
It's another way to support. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
people like the one or the other, and
Absolutely.
then there
Neither
is
is better, really. It's a
okay,
matter of taste.
and then
The other one? Mm-hmm.
there is another style which is mainly used by well I think only by my
Only by your group.
support. Yes, no drums, no megaphone, just voice, a lot of voice,
Mm-hmm.
hands, and a very uh, British style.
Exactly, a very
Yeah.
British style. And that leads me to the comment that we got, heart, hands, voice. It is a common slogan that we use in Serbia to describe the British slash English style of support. That is mostly chaotic, not well organized, focused primarily on just being loud. They don't really care about looking nice. They don't do choreographies, very little pyro. It's all about chanting as loudly as you can. And the other style that we generally encounter in Serbia is the style we call the Italian style. And that means lots of flags, banners, nice choreographies, and obviously pyro. Lots of
Hmm.
flares.
Okay. Yeah.
In the past, there used to be a clear distinction between the styles. The group that I'm part of, the Grubbery, supporters of Partizan Belgrade, used to be known as the more British-oriented group, whereas the Red Star fans, the Delia, were known as Italians by some of us. However, nowadays, I think they've both sort of blended into a Balkan style where you just have a mixture of both worlds. So you will see both stands put up choreographies, light flares, and try to sing as loudly as they can. Somebody says, I like
I,
Italian style. Yeah, I think the Italian style has its own perks. But Tommaso, even though you're an Italian, you do not perhaps prefer the Italian way. You prefer less choreographies and perhaps more loud singing.
yes, precisely. It's precisely that. Is
Exactly.
the style of my of the ultras of my team.
Oh, your team that we won't reveal yet. That we won't
No, no, no,
reveal yet.
no.
And speaking of this scenery, they're not in the stadium, right? They are, I believe, somewhere in the city. So, what do we
Yeah.
call that walk from a certain point to the city, to the stadium where the match is played?
Oh, in Italian we call it corteo.
And
There is
in
similarity.
English, it's going to be corteo. Exactly.
Corteo, okay.
Corteo. It's the proceeding, it is the fan march from a gathering point to the stadium, mostly on away days, right? You don't see it as much when the team is playing in their own stadium.
Or it could also be a protest, maybe. They might want to
Hmm.
show something also against the owner of the club, which is something quite common nowadays, and
True.
they
We
gather in order
experienced
to,
that as Partizan fans.
yeah.
We experienced it. Somebody says, I like 90s style. Today, everything is mainstream and fake. What's your take on
Oh,
that?
absolutely. You know, my point of view, the 90s were amazing. No restriction, no. At least I'm speaking about my country. No restriction, no card, no. Everyone was able to go anywhere. Away days were maybe the best days. Right now is totally
Hmm.
different. You
Absolutely.
cannot travel because maybe if you are rival, there are restrictions. So
Hmm.
either you have the card, but sometimes the card is not even enough.
Hmm.
Yes, 90s were.
Absolutely. A different time. A different
Absolutely.
time,
Yeah.
absolutely. What about the fan violence, especially in England? Although it could be the 80s, they had lots of troubles with hooliganism.
Hmm.
Has the violence increased or decreased in Italy?
It has decreased
Mm-hmm.
because mm, the consequences are
Mm-hmm.
very important,
Mm-hmm.
and just because of that,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
So there are severe,
people think
severe
twice.
consequences.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Especially right now, if you get like a DASPO, which
Mm-hmm.
means you cannot enter the stadium, it could also be uh, as many as 5 years with the
Wow.
signature,
Mm-hmm.
the police department. So people refrain from it because of
Makes
these
sense.
rules. But
Mm.
I mean, every time they have the possibility, there is always something going on. Uh, every time there is an occasion,
Mm-hmm.
they they take advantage of it.
That's right. They will seize the opportunity. They will
Yeah,
seize the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
opportunity.
yeah, 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 yeah. But
How?
because of these rules,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
are
It's
fewer.
fewer.
Mhm.
It's just
Mm.
not as frequent. Lakila says low testosterone in young generations, violence decreasing. So now we're talking about something that is more broad than just football. The overall decrease in testosterone in younger generations. We could just quickly touch on that. Do you think what he's saying holds some value, holds some truth?
And what was the question? I didn't understand. Sorry.
He made a comment. He said that the decrease in violence doesn't only have to do with those bans and restrictions, but a general decrease in testosterone in younger generations, with the male population becoming less violent, essentially, becoming less likely to get into such fights.
Well, generally speaking, it's absolutely true. But I mean, ultras groups are always ultras groups. So
Hmm.
when they have an occasion, they take advantage of it. But
Hmm.
generally speaking, yes, maybe on average, in the
Hmm.
past was a broader movement.
A broader
Mhm.
movement, and people were more likely to actually get into such fights.
Marco, it
Hmm.
was those were years with no recording sometimes. I
Hmm.
mean, if we speak about the 90s, you could escape some misbehaviors you
Hmm.
did because right now, something happens, then Instagram channel is full of recording and
Exactly. That has
wow,
definitely ruined the scene.
well, it is not good. It is not good, Mark. Yeah.
Absolutely not. I agree with that. There's no more privacy, no more ways to protect your identity. Let us proceed to the next slide and answer some questions. For someone who has never experienced the curva, you can explain what that is. How would you describe the atmosphere?
Oh, okay. The curva is the place where the ultras gather to
Mm-hmm.
support the favorite team at the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
It's located behind the net,
Mm-hmm. Behind the goal.
behind the goal. Sorry. It's, in my opinion, a wall of constant noise,
Mm-hmm.
drums, chants, whistles sometimes.
Booze, absolutely.
Yes, a sea
Some
of
swear
flags.
words
Yeah, 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 yeah. Why not?
very frequently.
A sea of flags, smokes
Hmm.
from flares. Sometimes you see thousands of people moving in a unison
Hmm. In unison,
together,
exactly.
right side, left side, with hands. I would say a vibrating intensity as my
The way you would
favorite
describe it.
definition. Yes,
I love
you feel the
it.
passion, the tension. Uh, it's in your chest. You breathe passion in the curva.
Absolutely. You can feel the love those
Yeah,
fans have
yeah.
for their club and what they stand for. Absolutely. People often use the words ultras, hooligan, and casual as if they mean the same thing. What is the
Hmm.
difference? Could you explain that to the viewers?
Okay, in my opinion, ultras means the group of people who focus on support.
Mm-hmm.
Their main goal is to be the 12th man
Mm-hmm.
through flags, singing for
Mm-hmm.
90 minutes, elaborating choreo.
Mm-hmm.
They are very organized. Sometimes they have a political side
Mm-hmm.
as well. Um, and there is a social identity which is tied to the city somehow.
Usually,
Hooligans,
yes.
yeah.
The hooligans are often confused with the ultras, although they often do overlap, to be fair. What is the
Hmm.
main focus that hooligans possess?
We describe hooligans, people who are mainly focused on maybe confrontation.
Mm-hmm.
is is that they support as well, but their main goal is
Mm-hmm.
to prevail
That's right.
in another way.
Mm-hmm.
Their identity is, in my opinion, primarily built
Mm-hmm.
around physical dominance
That's right. Focused on
and
physical dominance, yes.
fighting rival groups.
That's right. Fighting
Yeah,
whoever is on the other side,
yeah,
whoever opposes them.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
only the opposing fans, but very often the police, the local police.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So it's all about causing trouble. Keela says casuals are more about style and fashion. Well, I think he gave a good definition, right?
Oh yes, yes, yes. This
Mm-hmm.
is very. That is a perfect definition.
Mm-hmm.
Is would say maybe a subculture
That's right.
originating in
Mm-hmm.
the UK,
Mm-hmm.
focused on style. Yes.
That's
They
right.
prefer to wear casual clothes
Mm-hmm.
like Stone Island jackets,
Mm-hmm.
and instead of wearing maybe colors of the team. I
That's
don't know.
right.
Maybe
Mm-hmm.
the main goal at the beginning of the movement was to avoid police detection.
Exactly. I do believe that is that was the original intent behind the creation of this subculture.
Yeah.
They were trying to go under the radar, as we said
Hmm.
at the start of this session. However, I never understood the focus on wearing designer clothing, as for the most part, most hooligans or ultras were and still are people from the lower echelons of the society, mostly the working class people. I never understood why there was such a focus on wearing, like you said, Stone Island or Fred Perry, relatively expensive brands for most of us.
Oh yes, they are very expensive. Personally, I like to see casual people, but I don't wear.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have so many casual clothes, or if I wear them, it's not to go to the stadium. It's just
Mm-hmm.
to go outside.
Right, so you're not gonna wear them to the stadium. Nowadays, if you wear them, you could actually attract more attention. People could realize you are a member of this subculture. My friend got caught on camera in a street fight because he wore an orange T-shirt, and he actually was arrested. Yes,
Oh,
that
really?
happens.
Mm.
That happens when you don't prepare for the action in the streets. The next question: do you think ultras are mostly misunderstood by people outside football culture? What do the outsiders usually get wrong?
Uh, yes, um, I think that they are mostly misunderstood primarily because the media often focus solely on the violence
Mm-hmm.
when they happen.
Mm-hmm. When
And
it happens.
when it happens, yes.
Mm-hmm.
What outsider gets wrong? Well, they see sometimes a group of criminals
Mm-hmm.
because what you see is like this fighting when they happen. In
Mm-hmm.
reality, um, having been also myself
Involved.
an
Mm-hmm.
ultra, yes, is a massive social network.
Mm-hmm.
They organize charity drives, they support local businesses, they preserve the tradition of a club
Mm-hmm.
that, in my opinion, modern football
Mm-hmm.
with high ticket prices corporate seats tries to erase.
That's right, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that the police and governments around the world couldn't eradicate hooliganism and ultras movements, but this postmodern capitalism will, unfortunately,
Yeah.
with the way things are going. Mauro, another student who joined the class some days ago, says "Forza Lecce." That's what he said. We can talk about his message through our next question. Why did you choose your team? Was it family, city, neighborhood, politics, or one specific moment? Now you may
Uh,
reveal who you support.
all right. So I am an Hellas Verona fan. The reason why I started being an Hellas Verona fan was well, my family originated. My family supports AC Milan,
Mm-hmm.
and when I was young, I followed AC Milan as well. But then there
Mm-hmm.
was a moment in which everything changed.
Mm-hmm.
I received a book, a very important one. I still have in my bookshelf.
Mm-hmm.
The book of the Brigate Giallo-Blu.
What
Back in
is
the
that?
days, is the book of the ultras of
Mm-hmm.
Hellas Verona.
Mm-hmm.
The Brigate Giallo-Blu was one of the most important ultra group back in the
Mm-hmm.
70s, 80s, and 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So after having read this book, everything something was triggered within me,
Mm-hmm.
and I was 16, I think. I asked
Mm-hmm.
my father, please bring me to Verona. I want to go to watch a match. And
Amazing.
yes, I went there. Hellas Verona against FC Juventus. There
Which
was
year?
there was Edwin van der Saren as
Mm.
goalkeeper. Pippo Inzaghi in Juventus, Zambrotta, they won 1-0. I think it was penalty. Uh,
You do
I think it
remember
was 2000, 2001, that
2000,
season.
two thousand
I
and
think
one.
so. I think so.
So you've been a fan for, well, a quarter of a century, 25 years.
Yes, 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 yes. Yeah.
Amazing,
hmm
amazing. But
hmm
it is a special story. Most people choose their teams based on their fathers, I'd say. It is something inherited. For you, though, it wasn't really about the team your parents supported. It was that book
That
that
book.
triggered
Yeah.
this reaction, which ultimately led you to become a Hellas Verona
Yes.
ultra. Amazing.
There is another small detail.
Mm-hmm.
We have our team in my city,
Yes, a local team.
the yeah, local team,
What's the name of it?
Biagio Nazzaro, Chiaravalle. The city is Chiaravalle, and we play in the ninth division, I think.
Wow, so really low league football.
Yes. In the early 90s, we played the eighth division. There was a very important ultras group, um, and they were the only one in my area to have the British style.
Ah,
And the group
really?
was known in my region because they were the only one to support with the British style,
Mm-hmm.
and that was taken somehow from Verona because people from my city went to Verona in the 80s, in the late 80s, early 90s too, and they were so impressed by this amazing
And
things
unique
that were
style
happening.
that wasn't really
Yes,
common
yes, yes,
in
yes,
Italy
yes,
at
yes,
that
yes, yes.
time.
So,
Incredible.
yeah,
So there was this predestiny in a way that you would end
yeah,
up becoming a Verona fan. Incredible. Just one small correction. I do have to bring some English into this. You said one of the
absolutely.
most
I'm here to learn. I'm still.
important. But you are incredible. You are incredible. So, guys, if you take classes from Marco Lingo, you will speak like that. One of the most important you said groups needs to be the correct one. So, always use the
Okay.
plural form of the noun when using one of the. So, one of the best people, one of the most important things, it's always going to be in plural. Just keep that in mind. Now, one of the people watching said Lecce. Do Lecce and Verona have any relationship?
There was a friendship.
Really?
Yes. Back in the days, I don't know. Then there isn't anymore. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if there are still some kind of members
Mm-hmm.
who have contact, but this is just supposition. So because I'm not into it, but
Mm-hmm.
there was a friendship in the past. Yes.
Understood.
Hmm.
Great. He says, "I'm sorry about Verona's relegation. A club with a long story and a very beautiful. I couldn't see the word. A very beautiful city where I lived for a while. Oh, lovely, Mauro. Let us know more about what you loved about Verona. Is Verona officially relegated?
Oh yes, and deservedly. Let me
Deservedly
have.
so. I know that last year you just narrowly escaped the
Yeah.
relegation. This year there was just no saving.
Yeah.
Is this some C level of English? He is pretty confident and fluent. Indeed, this is C1 English being spoken right here. Tommaso is a certified C1 speaker. So you should pay close attention and copy his way of speaking. You have a lot to learn from him. Now, going back to our topic, at what point does supporting a club stop being just football and becomes part of who you are?
Oh, supporting a club
Hmm.
stops being just football when the team's schedule dictates your life's calendar.
That's a great answer. Wow, that's deep. I honestly wouldn't have said something as extreme as that. For example, I can't call myself an ultras or an ultra of Partizan, but I would consider myself a passionate fan. And I do feel like my love for Partizan dictates my personality, or at least a part of my personality. However, I don't attend the games regularly, and I can't say that the schedule of my team dictates my personal one. I very often have to miss a game on TV because I have to work or have something else to do, and I may choose to do something instead of watching the game. However, the passion is still there. I still do consider myself a big supporter and somebody whose personality it is at least partially defined by the club I support. However, what you have said with the schedule dictating your life, did you mean in the sense of actually going to the games and participating in group activities, or just being there in front of the TV at 8, 9 p.m. when the game starts?
Oh, well, for me right now is the second. It used to be the first years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was not a part of the curva of
Mm-hmm.
Italy, but I attended the curva and I also had my banner.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but that was long ago when we played the third division.
Mm.
Yes, at that time I was in Verona every 15 days.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I attended also away games here in the area in the south of Italy. And we played Serie C, so third division.
Mm-hmm. The third division of
In
Italian
the third
football.
division, yes. Back then, my life was
Very different.
entirely influenced. Yes, 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 yes. After the calendar were released, there was a check. Okay, how many matches will I be able to see? Because I had
Mm-hmm.
also to calculate that I live 3 hours
Mm-hmm.
south from
Away,
Verona. So,
yes,
so for me,
that's
it's, yeah, it was always away.
exactly. Every day was
Yeah,
an away day.
absolutely.
That
Yeah,
that is
yeah,
a very
yeah.
common experience here in Serbia. For those of you who don't know, in Serbia there are only two big clubs, Partizan and Red Star, and I would say 90% of the population supports either Partizan or Red Star. That means that people who live 300, 400 kilometers away from the capital, where both teams are based, have to travel every single weekend, either to the supposed home game or an away game somewhere within the country. And I think that is very incredible. It shows incredible passion, but at the same time, it is sad to see local teams not receiving the same level of support. You'll just have Partizan or Red Star show up in the third largest city of Serbia, which is called Niš, and have 80% of the stadium support the away team. I think it is a rather sad sight, and it's not something you can see in Italy, right?
No, in Italy, there are a lot of teams with their own supporters. The vast majority of them support, obviously, AC Milan, FC Internazionale, Juventus Turin, a little bit fewer, no, a little bit less
Mm-hmm.
support Lazio, Rome. Then there is Florence, Fiorentina. Every team has got its own bunch of people who support them. Obviously, the biggest teams mm,
Mm-hmm. You have already
get
mentioned
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the most fans, but you won't have this situation where you play in the second largest city of the country and yet the away team has more support. It is unimaginable, unthinkable
No,
for the
it's
Italian
unthinkable.
scene.
What
Yes.
happens maybe is that when, for example, Verona plays Juventus, fierce rivalry between the two teams.
Fierce,
There
fierce
are
rivalry.
fierce rivalry between the two teams. There are people from Veneto, the region
Mm-hmm.
of Verona, who support Juventus,
Mm-hmm.
and they are the most hated ones.
I
Even
absolutely.
more than the people who come from Turin or from other places
Yeah, they
in
they
Italy.
are traitors. They are traitors in a way.
Yeah.
Actually, two nights ago, Mauro, who's watching now, Mauro, if you're still there, you can write the proper term in the chat. He taught me an expression that people in Lecce use for those who don't support the local team. I don't know what the Italian word was, but it would roughly translate to a spoiled person, somebody who's ungrateful for what the city has given them. I don't know
Mhm.
what the term would be, but that is the term they use for people from Lecce who don't actually support the local team, which I think is well deserved. If you have a well developed culture, you should support the local team. I was born in a village. All the people around me supported either Red Star and Partizan, and I just made the only right choice of supporting Partizan. Wait, we have some new messages in the chat. Okay, Mauro says Rinnegato. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly.
Rinnegato, rinnegato.
Okay, yes. Have you ever heard of that term being used in that context?
Yes, yes, yes.
Mm-hmm. So it's
Rinnegare. The verb is rinnegare.
oh, we have another Italian one, Rinegadi. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody, all the Italians are watching. Thank you, guys. Grazie, grazie. And what are the others saying? In my mind, I'm his level of English, but when I open my mouth, that changes. Yeah, speaking is the most difficult aspect of any language. You might be confident in understanding and writing, but when it comes to speaking, you have to practice a lot and be okay with being imperfect. So far on this stream, Tommaso has made mistakes. I've made mistakes. It's important to recognize them, improve, but not hold yourself from expressing who you are, because that's the essence of language, expressing our thoughts, opinions, feelings, and connecting with others, which is what we are doing here. Which country has the best ultra scene right now? That's a good question.
In Italy.
No, which country, globally, or at least
Ah,
within
okay.
Europe? Which country would
Well,
have the best scene?
okay, I don't want to mention Italy because that would be
Yeah, it would be a bit
my
biased.
yes. Well, as you know, I've been following very closely the German scene.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I like the German one.
Mm-hmm.
Thousands of people of ultras move from a city to another. very long drive,
Hmm.
a lot of choreo, no restrictions, which is very positive.
It's
Um,
refreshing when compared to Italy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I also have my German team, as you know. Then maybe we will talk about it a little bit
Later, very soon, in
later.
fact.
Yeah.
Very soon, in fact.
So yeah, I cannot speak about French because I don't follow it, but I know that there are also very important
Hmm.
groups there, like Saint-Étienne, not to mention the one from the most important teams like PSG
Hmm.
or Olympic, obviously
Both Olympics, Marseille
traditionally,
and
yeah, yeah.
Lyon. Yeah.
Spain as well, but also maybe to a less extent, but there are also a lot of things to get from places like Poland. Maybe Poland has got no. Poland is as relevant as the other one. A
Poland
lot
is
of things.
relevant. I
Yeah,
wouldn't say
yeah,
that it is
yeah.
something people are unfamiliar of. However, Poland, at least here in Serbia, has a reputation of being more hooligan oriented.
Mm-hmm,
Even
mm-hmm.
though Legia fans have had some incredible displays, some incredible choreographies. If you remember the incident, some perhaps even 10 years ago, when they displayed a banner of a pig opening the draw bowl, and the pig was representing the UEFA, and
Okay, yeah.
the banner said "We're back," or no, "Guess who's back." Guess who's back? And after that banner was displayed, they actually got a fine of, I believe, 2 games without any fans in the stadium. So UEFA did not appreciate that, unfortunately. So yeah, Poland has got a good scene. What about the Balkans? We here in the Balkans, we like to claim that we have some of the fiercest and most passionate fans. How do you see us from the outside? Not just Serbia, but the whole region.
Well, to begin with, Serbia, the the groups from Partizan and Red Star are very highly considered,
Mm-hmm.
almost to the highest level when you speak about Gropari or Delia. You speak about two of the most important groups in the world, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from Serbia, I'm attracted by rivalry, for example, in Budapest, between Ferencváros, Budapest, or also the derby in Tirana, Partizan against KF
KF.
Tirana.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Indeed.
What's going on in Bucharest, Sofia, Levski, Seska, and so on.
And the Greeks. We have to
The
mention the
Greeks, yeah,
Greeks.
not to mention
They're
them. Yes,
crazy.
Panathinaikos, Olympiacos, AEK,
Mm-hmm.
Athens,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
PAOK,
PAOK,
obviously.
Salonic, yeah.
Our brothers, and that's something I really love about Greece. You mentioned Bucharest, Belgrade, Sofia, even in Croatia. Okay, there are two different cities, Split and
Zagreb and
Zagreb.
Split, yeah.
However, we are still talking about two big teams fighting for the title in terms of sports, and then obviously their respective groups fighting for supremacy in the stands. So, what I really love about Greece is that more or less in every single city you have a strong group that is ready to defend the name of their club and their identity. So in Thessaloniki, you'll have obviously Gate 4, but you'll also have the original 21 who support Aris. You'll have the big three in Athens, some smaller teams like Crete, or what was the name of Atramitas, I believe, is the name of the club. More or less, they all have groups, and that's something I love about Greece.
Yes, I agree. Not to mention also the basketball scene. That would be another big topic.
Absolutely. The
Yeah.
basketball is a story for
Yeah.
another time. In fact. So that was the perfect warm up for our final activity of the day, which could end up being the most interesting one, or perhaps the most controversial one, and that is actually ranking different rivalries. So give me a moment just to find, yes, this one. And please confirm you can see my screen.
Yes.
Perfect. Let me just see if it is visible on stream. I think it is. Just a second. I still cannot see it. Guys, can you see the tier list? Will there be another Calciopoli in Italy? Perfect. It's a good question while we wait. What do you think about that, Tommy?
Yeah, well, well, I feel sometimes ashamed that this topic, once in a while,
It pops up.
yes, because unfortunately they reflect our system. There is always something dark, something which is not 100% clear. Okay, so we don't learn from the past.
Yeah, from the past mistakes. We desperately need a Calciopoli in Serbian football. There was a very controversial banner displayed by Red Star fans back in 2014 at the height of partisan dominance. The banner read, "We want Calciopoli in Serbian football." Now, when they've won their ninth consecutive title, they're not asking for it. So I'm not saying anything. I'm just stating the facts. We might actually need a Calciopoli now more than ever. Tommy, 7 different derbies. You have to put at least one derby in each category, and there can only be one in the S tier. So one in each category, only one in S tier. You could have two in A and B, or just three in the C category. Starting off, I think we should start off with Italian derbies. They are closest to you. Or maybe we could do it chronologically. What was the first derby from this list that you attended?
I actually attended two of them.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was the Derby della Capitale
Mm-hmm.
in 2006, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there was Di Canio playing with the Lazio, and
Oh.
Di Canio scored that famous goal
Oh,
against
was it
Rome.
that
Yeah,
one?
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't wanna show the salute, but if you know Di Canio, you're likely to know the picture Tommy is referring to.
Yeah, that was very intense.
Mm.
I
Where
would
were you in the
say
stadium? Were you in the Curva
I
or?
was in the Lazio Curva,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to bribe a guy at the entrance
Mm-hmm.
because everything was sold out, but we wanted to get in, and it was a good choice because then the match was turned out to be an historical one because
Absolutely
of the Di Canio goal, and the Lazio won 3-1, if I remember well.
iconic. So where would you put it? Of course, this is your
So
personal list.
so
There
S
are no
means
right or wrong
super. So
answers. Mm-hmm.
what is the meaning of S? So
S
S
means
is
supreme, something
supreme.
legendary, something that really left a mark on you, an impression like no other derby from this
Well,
list.
having experience personally is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Watching from TV is another, but I can suppose the quality
Mm-hmm.
of the intensity of the six derbies I have not been to. But
Mm-hmm.
Supreme is the eternal derby.
Mm-hmm.
There is no comparison, in my opinion.
Really,
What you
the
feel,
Serbian derby.
yeah,
Really, you would put it in S tier.
in terms of intensity,
Mm-hmm.
what you experience outside the stadium, the fact that um, the stadium are very close, so
Mm-hmm.
the other group move on foot, but
Mm-hmm. On foot,
yeah,
exactly.
on foot. Um, and what I noticed was how um, I would say the faces of the police. I've
Mm-hmm.
never seen such angry faces in my life. not even from Polizei in Germany, not even from police in Italy. So, in my opinion, it's number one.
That was unmatched. And I remember
Yeah,
specifically when we went to the Derby, you told me you've never seen such a high police presence in the stadium.
yeah, yeah. Inside the stadium, yes,
Mm-hmm.
there was this circular deployment of
Mm-hmm.
police watching the stands. There were multiple also department of police because someone was wearing dark clothes, and then there
Mm-hmm.
was the green ones. So yeah, never seen something like that. To be
Absolutely
honest, yeah.
unmatched, unmatched. What about the atmosphere inside? I think that that particular derby was not the best performance by the Grobari. How did you see it as an outsider?
Well, you mentioned that I very well remember
Mm-hmm.
from a person who had never been there,
Mm-hmm.
was anyway something I will never forget. And also there was a moment full of uh, pyro, so
Pyro.
many lights. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
pyro. Yeah, so many lights uh, are difficult to be seen in an Italian curve. We also have a lot
Mm-hmm.
of pyros, but so many all together, such a choreography. Well,
Mm-hmm.
it's difficult to.
It is not seen nowadays.
No, no, no.
Completely understood. So we've already solved the biggest secret. The Serbian Eternal Derby goes in the S tier. I'm glad to hear that. I'm not sure if it is well deserved. I don't want to be biased. However, as somebody who has witnessed multiple derbies, both in basketball and football, I can say that for me personally, I would put it in the S tier as well. Now, what about the Capital Derby? Where would it go?
Capital Derby.
Mm-hmm.
Capital Derby. Well, Capital Derby is A.
Hey, all right. So it was
Yes,
something intense.
AKA.
What about maybe the next one on the list, Derby della Mole? This is
Oh,
Torino and
Derby della
Sampdoria,
Mole
or and
uh,
no, that's Juventus. Mm-hmm.
is Juventus Torino. Fire rivalry again. I've never
Mm-hmm.
been there.
Fierce.
Uh,
Just be careful.
Fierce,
Fierce
sorry,
rivalry. Mm-hmm.
second time. Fierce rivalry. I've never been there. Um, the Juventus wins every
Every derby.
match because it's stronger.
That's
I
right.
have I like Turin supporters.
Mm-hmm.
Although Verona had a fighting recently,
Mm-hmm.
but I truly admire them. Um, in my opinion, I wouldn't put it at the same level of Derby della Capitale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where would it go? We said you need to
So,
put one in each category. So if
well, I would say, mhm. Well, okay. So there is Derby d'Italia. So I would
mhm.
put C. Is C.
C tier, got it.
Yeah.
And just one question: you mentioned there was a fight between Torino supporters and Verona supporters. What was the reason behind it? Does it have to do with some
Uh,
historic rivalry, some political views?
well, a long time ago there was a friendship,
Mm-hmm.
which was born as against Juventus friendship.
As a union
Then,
against, yeah, I think all the
yes.
teams could join that union.
That for some reason I don't know. I don't. It dates back to the 70s or the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
The breaking
Mm-hmm.
of the friendship. And so since then, or maybe recently, rivalry
A rivalry has
has
formed.
developed.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I watched uh, Hellas Verona Torino Serie B 2007, I think, and they were already insulting.
Each
So
other,
it's
got
going,
it.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So it does have a history. Got it. Next one. This is, let me guess, Sampdoria and Genoa, right?
Yeah, the Sampdoria and Genoa. Uh,
What was the story
I
there? Where with Torino and Juventus, it's a city-based rivalry. What about
Yes,
the two of them? Same story?
yes.
Oh, really?
Genoa, the same
Mm-hmm.
city. Uh, my favorite is Sampdoria. very
Mm-hmm.
nice friendship with Sampdoria, and I was also with Sampdoriani personally
Mm-hmm.
2 to 3 weeks ago in Cesena in
Mm-hmm.
the away sector. It was very nice. I had a lot of fun. It's very
Where do they
intense.
play now? Second division, third division?
Serie B, second division.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh, it's a very intense derby.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Fighting sometimes occur
Mm-hmm.
as they occur also Derby della Mole recently.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Passionate supporters from both of the curva.
Mm-hmm.
Although in Marassi the stadium there is no curva because it's a rectangular just behind the
No real curva.
behind the goal. Marassi is impressive. It's incredible. It's one
Mm-hmm.
of the uh, best stadium in Italy.
Mm-hmm. One of the best
So
stadium?
stadiums.
Bingo. That's right.
Yeah.
There we go. You should never
uh,
lower your guard.
no, never.
Okay, where
Uh,
does it go?
well, I would put something later in B and D, so
Mm-hmm.
this goes next to Derby della Capitale.
All right, so it's
Yeah.
another A-tier derby. Now, Derby della Madonnina. What does that stand for? And in fact, what are the origins of these names? Derby della Capitale, I can imagine, capital, the capital city derby, right?
Yes.
Derby della Mole, what's this
Derby
supposed?
della Mole is like Mole is precisely I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
but it's something that has to do with the city.
Okay,
It's
so it's a local
Mole
thing.
Antonelliana, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's a museum or something like that.
Okay, could have to
I
do
hope
with the
that
location.
I've said the right thing. Otherwise, I would be like bullied tomorrow from friends.
Okay, I hope they won't see this, but it will be available on YouTube for anyone to watch. So
Yeah.
if they decide to watch and they skip to the right minute, you could be in trouble. Derby della Lanterna. Lantern. We all know what a lantern is in
Lantern.
English, like a lamp, but no, it's not that, right?
Yeah, I think it has to do with. I don't know. Let me check. I have to.
You have to make sure. You have to make sure not to embarrass yourself in front of all the fans. Ah, because of the Mole Antonelliana.
Yeah.
Yes. We
Okay,
gotta
Lanterna
confirm it.
because it's like it has to do with the harbor in Genoa.
Got
Is
it.
the big light lamp in the harbor of the city.
Understood.
Yeah.
Now the next one, Della Madonnina. What's the story there?
Is a statue
Mm-hmm.
of the
Virgin Mary.
Madonna Sunta, I think,
Uh huh.
known as the Madonnina,
Uh huh.
and it's located in the highest
Mm-hmm.
point of the Milano Duomo.
Okay,
Yeah.
understood. The Dome of
hmm
Milan.
Yeah.
Where does
The,
this go? Inter and AC Milan.
okay. Rivalry, obviously, is the most important ingredient.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know why I'm not attracted by this rivalry because it's more a mainstream rivalry, you know,
Mm-hmm. That's right. It's
for
mainstream. Everybody knows about it.
television. Yeah, for television. I mean, there are people who are passionate,
Who are
obviously.
passionate. Mm-hmm.
Yes, they are crazy. I have a lot of friends who support Milan, Inter, but
Mm-hmm.
if I have to put this derby in this scheme,
Mm-hmm.
I would put. I don't know if I can put every a derby in each category, but
You have to. Those are the rules.
uh,
One of them has to go in the D tier.
I would say that. Okay, let me put
You
it
have more knowledge. Just
B B.
before
Let me
you
put
make the
B.
decision, I could tell you something from my own perspective. As an outsider, I do definitely seen the derby between AC Milan and Inter as stronger or more interesting than the derby between Inter and Juventus. As I think between Inter and Juventus, it is more about the sport side of things, right? It's more about
Yeah,
the supremacy on the field, whereas the derby between Inter and AC Milan is obviously for who is the boss of the city of Milan.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think that
Derby
city
deep.
rivalries in general hold more weight than the cross country ones, unless it's a situation like in Croatia where it's just a regional thing.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But again, that's just my own opinion. You originally said B tier. Should I proceed with
B,
that?
B, 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 B.
B. Daniel, welcome on stream. Daniel, who do you support in football? What's your favorite team? Daniel is from Russia. Who do you support in Russia, Tommy?
Oh, Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, CSKA Moscow.
CSA Moscow.
Yeah,
Okay, we are on the same page. That's the correct answer.
yeah. It started with basketball. I support the basketball team, but I think I can say uh, football as well.
Absolutely,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
absolutely. I mean, as a partisan fan, of course, I have to go for CSK Moscow. It's a no-brainer. Daniel says Juve. He's a Juve fan. Ah, we are not big fans of Juve here, but of course, it's a historic team, and their own fans deserve respect.
Absolute respect. Either the rule is either you love Juve or you hate Juve. There is
Right?
no,
No middle ground.
no, absolutely not.
Understood.
But they know that as well. So you
Oh,
hear
and
that also from Juventino.
absolutely. Well, I mean, that's what happens with big clubs, right? You're not gonna have people hating and loving Verona, for example. Honestly, it's just not as big of a club.
No,
No
no, no.
offense, but with Juventus, you either hate them or love them. Daniel says he supports Spartak Moscow. Okay. He supports Spartak. Again, respect to Spartak, a very historic team with great fans. It's just that their friendship with Red Star fans does not allow for me to support them. Okay, next up, the derby between Inter and Juve. Where does it go?
Yeah, D, definitely.
D. Why?
Yeah. Um, it has nothing to do with um I don't know the it's not a derby for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they call Derby d'Italia, but because maybe yeah they are the two most important teams, but there is no reason for me to call it derby.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a match. Derbys
Understood.
are the other six matches are derby.
Mm-hmm.
This one is yeah, it was like categorized somehow as derby, but it has
It doesn't
nothing to
hold
do with the proper
value.
derby. No.
Mm-hmm. It just doesn't match the intensity of the other ones. Well, I presented my side of the story, and I think we agree on that. It's just not as intense as any of the other rivalries we see here. And finally, another foreign, non-Italian derby that you have, or have you attended in person? I don't know if they recently met. They don't play anywhere near the same level of football. When was the last time this derby occurred?
Well, I think it was 20
Mm-hmm.
years ago or 18, 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I was not there. I
Mm-hmm.
hope so. Now I can reveal also my passion for München 1860. The original
That's right.
team is Munich 860.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
1800s.
1860, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's difficult to put it in a letter. For me, it would be supreme in the
Real?
future.
Okay,
I
I can
hope
in the future, right? Because
in the future.
nowadays
I
it just doesn't happen, right?
No, 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 no. But in the 60s, in the 70s was very, very,
Another
very
story.
intense. Yes, I hope that I can witness personally this derby in
Mm-hmm.
my life. Is a dream, but it's very difficult because
It'll take some time. It'll take some time.
yes, Munich 60 play in the third division,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like it's gonna
1860.
1860 plays
Mm-hmm.
in the third division, and it they will play for the 10th
Mm-hmm.
consecutive year. So
So they're just not
uh,
moving. They're just not moving
no,
upwards.
no, no,
I
no, no.
understand.
But having attended the West Curve,
Mm-hmm.
which is the curva in Grunwalder Stadion, which is
Mm-hmm.
the stadium of the team, the rivalry is very, very, very intense. You can see from the
Understood.
outside, there are chants against FC Bayern. You can see like
Graffiti probably
graffiti against them. Yes, yes, yes. And also, I think from the other side,
from the other side too.
is the same. I hope so. This is
We
a dream. It is a dream.
I understand. We all hope for the rivalry to rekindle and go back to its glory days. Daniel, the concept of the scale is that the things at the top, the S tier, are essentially the best ones. The D tier are the worst ones. Now, in terms of why they are called so, there's no particular meaning. A, B, C, D follows the alphabetical order. So A is obviously the first letter, the best one. It usually represents the highest quality. And S, I believe they chose it as the top category due to S often standing for supreme, something that is above anything else. So I believe that is why they came up with this concept. And with that being said, this derby will go in the A tier. Is that correct, Tommy?
I would put S in the future.
In the
Right now,
future,
maybe
all
yeah,
right.
yeah. In the future, S.
Now we can't put it in the S tier. It's
No, 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 no,
simply
no,
not on
no.
the same level with the Belgrade Derby. But I do hope that the Belgrade Derby will go back to its roots and its quality from the past, as the more recent ones haven't attracted the same crowds as they once used to do. The latest Derby had an attendance of perhaps 15,000 people, which was quite low for our standards. But that's what 9 years of consecutive wins does to a rivalry. And of course, a lot of interference from different interest groups, politics, and many bad things that have plagued the Serbian fan scene for some years now. I'm sorry to end the stream on a negative note. It wasn't my intention, but that is just the sad reality of the Serbian football and the overall state of our fan scene. Tommy, what are your final thoughts? Anything else you would like to share with the viewers?
Oh, I hope they enjoyed our session. It was much fun for me, a lot of fun. I truly enjoyed it, and uh, speaking about passions of mine gave me yes the possibility to express my thoughts about topics I really have care in my heart, in my mind and in my life. Maybe not
Absolutely.
as much as before, but it's something that won't fade away. Is correct to use this phrasal
Exactly. It
verb?
won't fade away.
Okay. Okay.
Perfect. That's right. And you just demonstrated your English knowledge and your English skills. Being a student
Absolutely.
yourself,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
coming on stream and speaking this well, actually speaking more than me, that is something that bears witness to your proficiency and your ability to truly express yourself. And that is
Yeah.
the level that we are all striving for, being able
Yeah.
to express yourself regardless the topic, regardless the question. You just cannot be put off balance. You know you are confident in your speaking skills, and you can answer any question that pops up and say what you really want to say. Even when you freeze for a moment, there's always another word coming that either completely replaces or bears the same connotation as the one you originally intended to use. So keep up studying, guys. Look up to Tommaso. Rewatch this lesson if necessary to steal some of the phrases from his vocabulary and mine too. And make sure to tune in tomorrow. I try to do these streams as often as possible to provide you a nice interactive learning chance. So if you have anything else to say, we love the lesson. Thank you a lot. And Daniel joined late, so he's asking where you are from. You may answer.
I'm from Italy, Central Italy.
Central
Yes.
Italy, that's right. Have you been to Russia, right?
I have been once to Kaliningrad
Ah,
in
okay, so you've been to
2024.
Russia, right?
It's Russia, yes. The answer
Exactly.
is yes.
No doubts about it. So, but no Moscow. No Moscow yet.
No, Moscow. No, no, no. It was Kaliningrad region. Yeah.
Perhaps in the future.
Kaliningrad Oblast
Oblast,
in Russia.
right.
Yeah.
Have you learned any Russian words?
uh, Unfortunately, not. No.
Oh, okay. Well,
Da means yes,
there we go.
maybe.
And it means
Okay.
yes in Serbian too. So you killed two
Okay.
birds with one stone. There we go. That's the advantage of learning Slavic languages. Lots of shared vocabulary. Once again, guys, thank you for watching. Wishing everybody a restful night. And like I said, come again tomorrow. Until then,